What's up, everybody? I'm Tatum. We're back with another episode of Fuck This Review. But today, we're going to be discussing Benny the Butcher's new album, Burden of Proof. Alright, this is like the holy trinity of the year, kinda. This is the closing up Griselda album of the year. Like, we got Conway's album, we got two West Side Gun albums, and now Benny's gonna close out the year with, I'm just gonna say it right now, this might be the best hip hop album of the year. This fucking album is it's just fucking dope, man. If you haven't listened to it, go listen to it. This shit is really dope. If you haven't seen my reviews on Conway and West Side Gun's new albums, go check it out. And remember to subscribe. Hit that like button as well. All right, let's get back to this. Coming into this, I didn't know what to expect. Coming off the plugs I've met, I thought that was a fucking amazing album of last year. Coming in this one, Hit Boy executive produced this one as well, produced all the songs, and may I say, like, next year I would assume he would have to be nominated for like producer of the year. Like he gave his Nas, the Big Sean one, and Benny the Butcher, and this might be the best one out of the three for me. I think he tailored these beats like perfectly for Benny. It's nuts, man. Like, we're listening to it. Let's just get into it. All right, so the album starts with Burden of Proof, which is like, it lets you know what we're getting into, and like, I love that beat. I love how Benny came on it. And then we had Pain in the Ass from the old Rockefeller skits. If anyone's familiar with the like old Jay-Z albums, I'll say up to maybe volume 3. And, you know, early Rockefeller albums, they had Pain in the Ass. If you've seen Streets is Watching, he was like the guy, the mafioso Italian guy who would come in there and redo like the Goodfellas skits or things of that nature. So to hear him on this album in 2020, it fucked me up for a second. I was like, oh shit, is that Pain in the Ass? Like, how did he get him on here? And then it let me know, I know what sound he's going for. I get it. So from that point, I was locked in. And then we go right into Where Would I Go? Featuring Ross. Man, that sample that Ross fucking blacks out on the fucking verse. Just totally blacks out for like a minute and a half, which is fucking amazing. I would love to ask him, like, when they made that, where they're like, yeah, we got to get Rick Ross on it, because it sounds so perfectly for Rick Ross. It's a perfect record. It's one of my favorites on the album. On Where Would I Go, Benny said some line like, I still remember who, just in case y'all thought I forgot. I thought that was like one of the this bars, like, yeah, the butcher nigga. Like, I thought that was one of the realest bars on there. I chuckled when I heard it. Just moving on, fucking one of my favorites that I liked on here was One Way Flight with Freddie Gibbs. I heard that like Hit Boy called Jay-Z, and like Jay-Z structured the song or beat. Like, he gave him a suggestion on it because I guess they were having a rough time with that. I thought that was pretty dope, and I think Freddie Gibbs' verse is fucking funny. Taking a shot at the Clippers. I thought that was fucking dope. Famous, that sounds like to me, that sounds like a Beanie Siegel record from early Rockefeller. Like, that's what I grew up on. So like I mentioned, when I hear Pain in the Ass and you hear Famous, I'm like, this, because I don't feel famous. It sounds like a Beanie Siegel song to me. So that I love that song. Lil Wayne on here. Lil Wayne's having a hell of a run with the features this year. From the Big Sean album to this. What's that fucking white boy name? The plant. Jack Harwell. Jack Harlow. That's the other one he killed. But Wayne verse on here, he had to show like people that like, oh, you forgot I was Wayne. like I think Benny felt that, like, oh shit, Wayne really murdered that shit. So I fuck with that one, man. And I guess this is a rap. What do you call those things? Like a Easter egg. For those that don't know, for the song with Wayne and Big Sean, Hit Boy said he made that beat for Watch the Throne, and he was mad that they didn't pick it and they picked Niggas in Paris, which he thought was like a more like silly, simple beat that he made. But to hold that beat that came out in what, like 9 years ago, to still have that beat and give it to Benny, yeah, I thought that was just pretty dope. And where the fuck did he find the mad rapper at? Like, that's the shit I'm talking about. Like, I miss skits and albums that, well, I just miss skits and albums. Like we don't really get those no more. And to get like Pain in the Ass and the Mad Rapper and these like, come on, man. It just it's very nostalgic, and it shows what he grew up on. It shows like what he was aiming for, what him and Hit Boy was aiming for. And like I thought that shit was pretty dope. Them talking about like, nigga, you ain't give me that beat yet. Like Mad Rapper and the Mad Producer. For those who don't know, the Mad Rapper and the Mad Producer like stem from a Bad Boy. They were like on Life After Death and Harlem World and No Way Out and things of that nature. But it's a skit that is pretty fucking funny. So for him to have that on there is like, I love that. Conway verse, man. Conway said some shit like, bodies drop, I can't get specific. I sell the shit raw, I don't step on the crack like I'm superstitious. What? What? Like, nigga. He said some other shit like him meeting Beyonce brought tears to his like girl's eyes, and like he don't know if in that moment like did she realize that either she was a fan or like he was the fucking man, like that Beyonce knew who the fuck he was and shaking his hand. Like, come on, man. That's just dope. New Streets is one of my favorites. That's probably my favorite on here. But that beat, I just love like I said, you could give me if you have like obviously punchlines and things that I'm still a fan of punchlines. If you say like a dope punchline, like I said with the Conway thing, you can get me. Like I feel like punchlines is kind of like a died out kind of thing in rap these days. So like to hear great and good punchlines is pretty dope. If you do that, but stories, like I don't care what you're talking about. If you're talking about like I know what to expect from Benny with the street shit and like just paint the picture perfect. You hear the shit he going through. You hear him like saying things like, being proud. He wonder how his mom feel to hear like both her son's name on like a worldwide stage, Chino and Benny the Butcher, like on clothing and shit of that nature. Like how that got to trip her out, or how he served time and like how now he's back home. Like how he changed his whole life around. I thought that was pretty fucking dope to tell that. Like just tell your story. That's all you have to do. Just tell your story. All right, we're gonna do something new. I wanted to start a rating system for the newer albums just so like people can understand like I don't know, just the ratio that I rated on. Yeah, I give my opinion on it and everything, but you don't know like out of what like I would rate an album. So I thought I would start that, and it's gonna be called The System of Fucks. Ooh, can I say that? Like that sounds like I shouldn't be able to say that. Anyways, it's gonna be, I can go max of let's say like 5 fucks. So when it comes to Benny's new album, Burden of Proof, I keep saying Proof. What am I? I'm gonna give it 4.5 fucks. Like it would have got 5 fucks out of me. We might gotta change that. He said, I think it's funny as shit. It would have got 5 fucks out of me, but I feel like although I love like, rap albums that's like, strictly rap and punchlines, I think like some great choruses was missing. Like, yeah, I just felt just on that aspect. Maybe a girl record here and there, but nothing more than that. But maybe next week or maybe next month, it'll be 5 out of me. So I'm fine with that. I'm still growing with the album, but just off the first couple listens, I'm going to give it a 4.5. Favorites, I'm going to go with New Streets, Trade It All, and Where Would I Go? Worst songs, to be truthfully honest with you, I couldn't even think of one. Like, just looking at the track list, and I can't even, like, if I had to go with one that I probably least like, and I like them all, I would go with maybe Legend. Yeah, Legend. I thought Legend was a good closing track, but, I get it. I can't find myself going back to listen to that one as often. Like, I'm going back and listen to New Streets. I go back and listen to Trade It All. Where Would I Go? Like, those are ones I've been going back to faithfully. Favorite lines. I think it was on Thank God I Made It. And he said, I was raised by a woman, so shout out to the single mothers who had to teach their teenage boys how to use rubbers, getting called home from school, then wondering why she bugging. Cause that's just more stress to add on top that we were struggling. Like I thought that line was pretty dope. Yeah. And he was talking about how he raised his teenage daughters and things of that nature. So I thought that was pretty dope.
Jumped in the game feet first, and I paid for my actions. Hospitals.
In conclusion, to wrap this up, Benny, this album is fucking dope. I think this is probably the best Griselda one to drop this year, and I love Pray for Paris and I love Conway's. This one just more, man, it just sounds good. It feels good. Like I said, it's reminiscent of that old Rockefeller sound to me. So maybe that's why I like it so much, but it's really, really good. So I appreciate this album. Yeah, but what do you guys think? Did you like it? Did you think it lived up to like all the hype? Let me know in the comment section. Like, hit that subscribe button so we can go up in the algorithms, and hit that like button so we can go up in the algorithms. But as always, fuck this review. I'm Tatum. Peace.